There are things as a mom you can't avoid. Definitely one of them is groceries, getting your kids their medical appointments, making sure they're well-rounded humans for this world, and teaching them, right from wrong. One of the things I really try to show my kids, being a chronically ill and just a cancer survivor, is strength. Showing up on your hard days. For the most part, I feel like I've done a good job at showing my girls that sometimes you got to show up for other people, no matter how you feel. I have those days a lot more than most because of my chronic illness and, being a cancer survivor and all that my body's really been through. But I think as parents, we're already really hard on ourselves because, we question ourselves. Are we doing enough? Are we teaching them what we need to teach them in this world? I could have handled that differently. There's so many what ifs, especially as new parents who struggle a lot in the beginning stages because you're doing parenting for the very first time. For me, I've always found parenting so easy in the aspect of just showing up for them daily because I was so proud to be their mom, and I cherished every moment a little bit differently because I was going through cancer for most of their young life. But one thing is for sure, I definitely feel like I got robbed as a parent of those special moments I should have been celebrating and not been battling cancer through. A lot of those first steps, first words, first everything. I was a sick mom. Today, I'm a different type of sick for them. And I feel like for the most part, I've shown them that no matter what, I will show up and do my best for them. There's this one story that fits with me. There's this one story that really sits with me as something I remember for showing up for them regardless of where I'm at. And that has to do with my brain surgery. I had a melanoma tumor in my brain. I had it removed, and my oldest daughter, who was in kindergarten at that time, was having a recital. I put a cap over my freshly stapled head, and the following day, after being, let go from the hospital, I went to that recital. These are the kind of stories I like to remind my kids about, especially today, being someone going through illness in a different type of way. I want them to know that I've always been there for them. I've shown up for them. And so when I have bad days now, I feel like I have a little bit more reason to rest because they're older. They can see the struggle that I go through. They can learn from what I'm going through and how, even though I'm showing up in different ways. Like, for example, today, getting some groceries and some things in the fridge so someone in the house can make dinner. It may not be me, or I may need assistance making dinner, but no matter what, there's something there for them to be okay for the night. So I think just stories like this and just giving myself what we always say is giving yourself grace, and you're entitled to these rest days and all these things is very much true. But at the same time, they are dependent on me in a lot of ways that I still have to show up for no matter what.